Hello again. So now that we got the basis of moving the mouth, we're going to show you how we're going to actually lock those bad boys in place. So we made our selection, and if you want to remember your selection, the best thing you can do is you're going to add a vertex group. And you can double click on the vertex group to change the name. So I'm just going to call this one jaw, or we can just do lower jaw. And I'm going to assign it. Why do I assign it? Because then if I deselect it, and then I can select it again, and it'll just show up. So it's a good way to keep track of things. So then, and we're going to add shape keys, and this is the kicker on how to get the basic blend shapes to work in Mindshow. So back in object mode, I'm going to add two shape keys. The basis is going to be the closed mouth position, which is already in, and then by double clicking here to rename, we're going to call this one open mouth. Okay, and we're going to set the value from 0 and we're going to set it to 1, if that makes sense. Cool? Cool. Okay, so now we're going to go back into edit mode. We already have our lower jaw selected, and then like we just did, pressing R for rotate and X for the X axis, bringing this bad boy down, and then, yeah, it seems wide enough. Draven seems like he's having a nice conversation. Cool? Great. So now that looks good. So now if we tab out, we see Draven with his open mouth, and then just moving the value, we got a moving mouth Draven. Awesome. And that's all there is to it for that. Okay? So, one last thing I want to mention before we move on to another video. You are going to press Control and left click. You're going to name this default capital HEAD head underscore mesh. So why are you naming it that? Because when you're ready to convert it and export it into Mindshow, the program recognizes this wording in order for it to work. Okay? So make sure you're renaming it that, and you should be good to go. Okay? So if you're happy with this, you could just have your selections highlighted. So we're just highlighting this guy. He looks good. You can export it as an FBX. I am going to export it to, I have my Santa Draven extract files, or I can back it up a little bit. So many things. To my mouth mesh rigging, which means they're already rigged. So Santa Fe Draven right there. And then what you're going to do here is on the bottom, you're going to just not select any of these. You just want the mesh. Just the mesh, selected objects, and then for the armature, you're not going to add leaf bones. And that's how you do it. And then you just press export, and it should be good to go for this portion. Now we are going to add a rig to it in Mixamo.